Hey traders, Jeff coming to you here on February 6th, 2025. I want to take a minute today and just kind of break down our YUM trade. What's interesting is that I was talking about this in our mentorship room is there's literally, 10,000 stocks out there, right? We narrow that list down at our pre-market open. We study it, we look at it, we put it on our list, we watch it in the first 30 minutes here, and then we strike when the iron's hot. As a matter of fact, when you have a $140 stock, you know you're on the right stock when your drawdown is only 13 cents. And I'm going to take a minute and walk you through that trade, so hang with me. Okay, so this is a Yum trade. This is a daily chart. So this was on our gap list this morning. I'll show you here. And why was it good? Well, it was gapping up to the upper end of a range, around 5.5% in there, but it had plenty of copious amounts of void to the left. And that actually hit our gap list along with Hershey and along with Marvell. You can see the Hershey drop, the Marvell kind of out of the box early on, just kind of choppy, drop down here right here. So it kind of lost our interest in there. But what I want to find out is that what's actually holding up? Does it have room? Is it clearing the area? Is it gapping too far? Typically, I'd like to stay no more than initially around 6% on our gap. You can see when I clicked on this, after about 30 minutes, we began our process of entry here. So our room members followed us in here. We actually took our entry right there. Let's kind of mark it off. Right there, actually. And that happened to be a 140.50. Right, it shows the 61.8 was at 140.52. We took the 140 entry. Why did we take it there? A couple reasons. Number one, at the time early on, this is about 10:10 in the morning here, it was holding above the 2-minute 9 EMA. Now, I typically watch the 5 on a follow through and on a trail. I'll show you, but I saw the tails coming in here. If you have a good stock, and this is the most important thing, if you have a good stock and if it's going to work, it's going to hold somewhere between 141, I'm sorry, 50% and 61.8%. If your stock is good. Now, sometimes, yes, they will come back down on gap fill and then move back higher, or come down the open line and move back higher. I'm not interested in those stocks. I want to see the stocks are holding within the range. Why is that important to me? Number one, it allows me to have a tight stop. Number two, it's going to show up on more radar screens than people that are actually looking at this type of pullback range. People forget about it and start moving back more than 75%, as do I. So that's why it's important to me. Number three, is it trading clean? When the market was pulling back early, what was the stock doing? We were holding up pretty well, although a little choppy. My concern was we were down below the purple line here, and that is VWAP. You can see we held here at 137 at a 13-cent drawdown, and then it went up here for about 10 minutes, or actually 6 more minutes. Only pulled down about another 10 cents, maybe 20 cents in here, well within our stop. Our stop was actually at right here, 139.50 exact, and then our entry was right here. So a very little window of stop here. Now we had a $141 stop. We came right off the top here at 144, pulled back $4. This should be the area it goes. The key is don't jump in these things here to let them shake out. In the morning, we're just day trading, scalping stocks, making $50, $100, $200 here and there, but not just more arbitrary. This is where we start to get more mechanical. So we enter the trade here, and we very easily just followed my mechanical system. I always start mechanically in our system in here. We added at 141. We moved our stop up here and then moved our stop to break even here at 141.50. Took a little bit off at 141.75 and 143.50. Notice that was 3R on the take. At that point, we were taking some off at 141.50. We got right up to this area, very close actually, 142.90. Didn't quite make that 3R market before we actually got out somewhere down in here in the pullback. It didn't go higher. It actually went exactly right up to 4R, which is our target. So if you're doing a $500 risk, it's about a $2,000 gain. But here's the key. We always enter our trades only at 50% stop. So if that would have stopped me out here, I lose 250. If I win closer to 2,000. So I have a 6-to-1 ratio, sharp stop versus thing. So I can win one and just arbitrarily shoot goldfish in a bowl here and miss every time, and I could lose 6 times and be break even, less slippage and commission. So that's how, if you're trading, starting to trade, learn how to trade, always keep those winners higher. Don't do what most people do. They average in on down positions because they don't have the right entry part. And it makes it look better because all they need is get back to here. You're trading out of the box. It's not going to work for you long term. You may win today, this week, this month. The market will take advantage of that you will not do that forever. It's going to happen. I can almost guarantee it's not going to happen. Unless you could do that, as long as you have a plan, how do you know what your stop is, and you've predetermined that, then I could see some whereabouts. But you still have to limit yourself when you're trading against the overall trend. So again, the key is identifying where the pullback is, identifying a good stock. Is it relatively strong? Is it relatively weak? Is the pullback holding? Is it above the 9 EMA on the 2 or the 5 or on VWAP? What's the characteristics like in the sector here? Is the sector strong? And then get up. It doesn't look like a lot here, but we got in at 140, 150, and we took profits, overall profits around 142-ish. So again, it ended up being a $485 winner. So from our risk, about 1.94 are from our risk. And again, if this would have carried on and just held within this area, and usually it does, it only breached one time, and then it went down lower here. At that point, when it actually went to 129, it never saw the 5-minute trail breach more than twice. Once here, and then right in here, that 5-minute held all the way through right to target. That for our target was 144. Because we don't take them at the whole numbers, we a 144.50. We would have taken this probably at 144.30 or something like that. She didn't quite get there. Got there to 144.08. So we would have came out just a little bit before that. Great trade. That was the one and done on the day trade side. Now, as I mentioned to you on YouTube before, this is only a small portion of what we do. This is only 10-15% of our day. Meanwhile, we're trading our open range breakouts doing credit spreads in here. We're trading 18th candle play. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's a strategy that we use that we play after the 18th candle. And I won't go all the details. You can come in and we'll go through all the details. We have some of the trainings on that. But currently, our batting average was about 92% playing the 18th candle strategy. As well as playing some others. Picked up INCC down here. We actually sold the IWM yesterday going into supply here on a credit spread at the 232 by 235. That's going to be a full winner tomorrow. I'm going to take this thing down to 2 cents. We picked up about 50 cents in premium on multiple contracts. So there's some wins there. And finally, I don't normally do this, but I'll just take a second and kind of show you what the day trade side of things looks like in our room. This is actually just the trades outside of day trading. So this is not the day trading room here. We're tracking about 170%. Over a 3-year period, we're going to showing you how we take our $10,000 account and we're turning it into a $100,000 account by being very cautious at a 250 risk and gradually moving up here. We're not even 1 year. We're well past that 170% gain. We're about probably 8-9 months in or so. But over a 3-year period, we're going to take a $10,000 account, as you're seeing here, and it will be exceeding $100,000 in there. And that's just at very small risk. So you can figure the difference from there. But on the day trade side, I tracked these here. Today was 1.94, $104.85. Notice that we've only taken 2 trades this month. There's only been really a couple of days. We missed a couple, didn't trade any yesterday. We wait for precision entries in here. Last month, 13.35R. This month, we've already at 3.14R on the 6th, but we've only taken 2 trades. Very little drawdowns inside of our trades in here. So, and then, of course, the dashboard kind of showing you overall results. Within it, there's 170% there. Kind of our wins here. You can kind of see how the year is starting off in here. Straight up in our nice account value moving higher, our different plays and strategies and how they're actually portrayed here. Again, this is all small risk, but you kind of get the beat of what we're doing in here. So hopefully this makes sense. Just go back to the logs for one more second. You can see our ratio. I don't have them exact here, but shoot, since basically January 10th, so about a month here, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses, and some of those were break even. These weren't. So there was 2 of the break evens and a couple of half losses and a couple of full losses in there. But we had our share of wins in there. If we just kind of take it from, I don't know, the 10th at the top here, you can kind of see up 33.67 on a 250 risk. That's not about, it's about 12 times our risk only in about 3 weeks or so. So we do well, Full Throttle Traders. My name is Jeff James. I've been doing this for about 25 years. We have a lot of members that follow us, learn, we teach along the way. So every Tuesday and Thursday, we have a mentorship call where we open mic to questions. You can come in, we actually answer your questions on trades that we took, trades that you took, look at your strategies, look at your charts, and also begin to kind of make the determination of kind of where we are in our plays, where we're going to be taking profits and exiting. And then sometimes in the middle of that, we're actually taking live trades as well as the day trades that are live. You're on Zoom with me, communicating with me verbally, audio as I'm trading here, and we're talking it through that whole process. So definitely come check us out at Full Throttle Trades. We do offer free 7-day trials in there, no obligations. But if you just want to take a gander at it, come take a look at it, kind of get a lot of education for free, just from the week you're going to be with me, and just begin to kind of purge some of that information from me into you, and that's going to certainly put you in a lot better light going forward, if you intend to stay in this industry for any length of time. So good trading to you guys all. Thanks for your time. We'll see you on the other side.